Come on. Alyssa, what are you waiting for? Alyssa, come on. Go. Okay. Go on. Go, go. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Mr. Russell and the Westport Junior High School Band. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance led by the Vice President of the Class of 2017, Emily Casado.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for our national anthem performed by Olivia Corey and Sarah Duarte.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, girls. Please be seated. In the summer of 1996, I was living a very happy life as a middle school assistant principal. And my superintendent, also a longtime colleague of mine, asked me to take on the job of high school principal. And in June of 2007, I handed out my very first set of diplomas. I never dreamed that 20 years would go by in a flash, and I'd be standing here today handing out my last set to the class of 2017. And so I will be brief today, but I thought I would take the opportunity to extend thanks to some of the lighter moments during the senior class. And so I sought some inspiration for penning thank you notes from late-night host Jimmy Fallon. And I plan to do that today with the assistance in the sound booth of Mr. Resendiz. Thank you, Connor Brown, for the wonderful tribute to me during Mr. Westport, where you were quick to point out my poker face. My children will be thrilled to know that, because they have always described it as my principal face. Thank you, Evan Gendro, for giving all of us an education during the presidential election of 2016. But remember, history has a way of repeating itself. And as a freshman in college, Hillary Clinton was a young Republican. And thank you for my reserved table of 8 during third lunch in the cafeteria. On your last day in the cafeteria, you ended by shouting out my name a few times and getting most of the students to join you in a round of applause. And you kept looking over your shoulder for my reaction. And there was none, because after 2 years of watching you in the cafeteria, I earned that round of applause. Thank you, Dean Shea, for finally writing a rap song that I could understand and appreciate. It's a tale as old as time, a song as old as rhyme, and I won't be singing that for you. But I need to thank Madison Carey, Olivia Corey, Connor DeMello, Sarah Duart, Tyler Page, Ian Sigmund, Emily Simonin, and Ariana Trahan for leading a magnificent production this year, the biggest and the best one yet in my 11 years, of Beauty and the Beast. And finally, to the class of 2017 and all the others who have walked across this stage for the last 11 years, thank you for the opportunity. It has been both a privilege and a pleasure. If you have learned nothing else from me, I will leave you with one of my favorite quotes from John Quincy Adams. Patience and perseverance have a magical effect before which difficulties disappear and obstacles vanish. Congratulations, class of 2017. It is my pleasure to introduce a very accomplished young woman who is headed for UMass Amherst in the honors program in September, the salutatorian of the class of 2017, Haley Sherest.
Welcome. Give me a second. Welcome, fellow classmates, teachers, families, and friends. Thank you for being here today to celebrate the greatness each person on the stage has accomplished. Without the support of each other, this would have been an extremely bumpy ride. We are truly an exceptional group of kids, if I do say so myself. There has always been a hand to hold or a shoulder to cry on this community, as you can clearly see. The positive atmosphere here at Westport High School has fostered the wonderful students you see before you. We are all very unique and teach each other something new every day. While we may vary greatly in background, interest, and academic standing, we each share a common thread that is Westport, and our stories all cross at 19 Main Road, 02790, Westport, Massachusetts. All right, so since I'm a numbers person, I'll share my story with you like this. Mind you, this is written in bullet form because paragraph form is not my thing. So, when I was 3, I would count with the count on Sesame Street as he counted the bats go by. When I was 5 years old, I would count the Cheerios in my cereal bowl as I chased them with a spoon. All right, you got me, I still do that. When I was 7, my brother and I would count how many stuffed animals we could fit on our bed without them falling off. When I was 10,
I would count the stars, amazed at the wonder of the unknown. At 13, I would count how many pimples were on my forehead that magically appeared overnight. At 16, I counted the tips I made on my very first day of scooping ice cream, but that gig didn't last very long, and now I'm at Lee's, so. But today at 18, I count the number of days I have left with everyone here on this stage, the ones I've grown up with and the ones I've come to love. As I reflect back at my years in Westport Community Schools, I can not only relate my infatuation with numbers to my education, but I can relate it to my outlook on life as well. I now see how interactions change by the number of people present. In one-on-one conversations, there is the most personal connection. In groups of 3, one person always becomes the powerhouse. In groups of 10 to 15, there is intelligent conversation and everyone gets to say their thoughts. With larger groups up to 100, a select 10 end up running the conversation and the personal aspect of what is being said is lost. In the hundreds and thousands, smaller groups form. In the millions and the billions, there is an amazing sense of diversity in the unknown. No matter how large something may be, it can always be traced in the reverse order to a one-on-one conversation. One day, most of you will reflect on your place in the world and realize your figure as a billion started off as a one-on-one conversation here at Westport High School. At many stages of our lives, Westport has been there for us. Some of us entered when we were born, others entered just 2 years ago. The amount of exposure does not change the fact that we all made memories together in this town and within these walls that will never be forgotten. We have laughed together at Millette's antics, we have cringed together at Mr. T's dad jokes, and we have cried together with Miss Dias many, many times. We will always be there for each other, no matter how far we go. The power of 21st century technology enables us to comfort one another, no matter how far away from each other we are. We each have an incredible potential and have the power to fulfill it. In this room, we have future doctors, engineers, nurses, firefighters, FBI agents, teachers, archaeologists, scientists, business owners, and more. Every single one of us on this stage have the ability to make the world a better place. However, never forget this: once a wildcat, always a wildcat. Thank you.
Please welcome the Superintendent of Westport Community Schools, Dr. Anne Marie Dargan.
Good morning, parents, guardians, relatives, friends, Board of Selectmen, school committee members, and most of all, Westport High School's class of 2017. It's an honor and a privilege to stand here before you. 40-plus years ago, I sat just as our soon-to-be graduates are right now, waiting to receive their diplomas. I'm certain that there were speakers, as that is tradition, but to this day, I cannot remember who they were or what they said. And it's not because I'm old. I couldn't remember back then either. So today I'll try to be brief and yet memorable. Graduates, I understand that I and a few other speakers are what is between you and your diploma. Did you know that the top 2 songs in 2004, the year most of you entered kindergarten, were Yeah and Burn by Usher? In 2016, the closest list we could get today showed that Love Yourself and Sorry were among the top 2 songs. Irrespective of the lyrics, those titles alone are great descriptors of your years in our schools. What you may remember about your schooling is that each of you have eaten approximately 2,160 school lunches in your 12 years of school. See, Haley, I like numbers too. You have spent 160 hours in the classrooms, and you have done countless hours of homework. Oprah Winfrey told us that education is the key to unlocking the world, a passport to freedom. Our graduating class of 87 students have certainly unlocked that door. Over $356,000 in scholarship money was awarded to our students on Thursday evening so that they may continue their education. In and out of the classroom, you shined. I couldn't be more proud of all of you today. Some of you have received a little help along the way. Our staff, too, are very proud of you today. Would the staff and faculty please stand and be recognized? Thank you for all that you do each and every day. Today is a very proud day for your parents and guardians as well. There may even be a tear or two in their eyes, as some may be grateful that this day is finally here. Would the parents and guardians please stand so that we may remember, recognize, and thank you? Walt Disney tells us that, quote, all our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. So for my parting message today, whether you are off to college, the military, or the workforce, I encourage you to dream big. So I'm going to read a poem called Dream Big, and the author is unknown. If there were ever a time to dare, to make a difference, to embark on something worth doing, it is now. Not for any grand cause necessarily, but for something that tugs at your heart, something that is worth your aspiration, something that is your dream. You owe it to yourself to make your days count. Have fun, dig deep, stretch, dream big. Know, though, that things worth doing seldom come easy. There will be times when you want to turn around, pack it up, and call it quits. Those times tell you that you are pushing yourself and that you are not afraid to learn by trying. Persist, because with an idea, determination, and the right tools, you can do great things. Let your instincts, your intellect, and your heart guide you. Trust. Believe in the credible power of the human mind, of doing something that makes a difference, of working hard, of laughing and hoping, of lasting friends, of all the things that will cross your path. Next year, the start of something new brings the hope of something great. Anything is possible. There is only one you, and you will pass this way but once. May all your dreams come true. Congratulations to the class of 2017. So I'd like to take another minute or two to recognize someone special to me and who will be very memorable to you. I'm certain that 40 years from now, you will remember her and the day we said goodbye to her. Mrs. Cheryl Tutelo has been the principal of Westport High School for the last 11 years. She has shown us all what a determined and caring person she is. She has garnered our affection, admiration, and respect for the role she played as the leader of our high school. It's no easy task for any person to take on this role. The responsibilities and associated tasks are at times all-consuming. It is sometimes a thankless job. But here at Westport High School, we understand and appreciate all that she has done to advance the education and future of so many of our students over the years. She is one of those unsung leaders whose impact upon the future cannot be measured. So, Mrs. Tutelo, we thank you for everything and encourage you to continue to dream big. We cannot wait to hear what the future holds for you. Please join me in wishing Mrs. Tutelo the best in her retirement.
Thank you. At this time, I invite the chair of the Westport School Committee to offer a few words of congratulation, Margot Desjardins.
You notice she said a few words. You know, when she asked me to come up and gave me the opportunity to say something today, I thought I was really excited, and I kind of pictured myself at my laptop, you know, writing the mother of all speeches, you know, Ellen DeGeneres, move over, this is going to be good. So I said to Mrs. Tutelo, well, you know, how much time will I have? And she said, well, you know, 45, 60. I said, 45 minutes? That's going to be, that's a long speech. And she looked at me with that face that she talked about before where it looks like she's not reacting, just a straight face, and said, no, 45 seconds, 45 seconds. So that doesn't give me much time, but I appreciate the opportunity. And I do want to recognize my fellow school committee member that's here with me today. Tony Viveris is here. And Tony on the school committee, Tony and I disagree on a lot of things, but one thing that I can say about Tony is that he is a fearless advocate for all of the students on the stage today and all of the students in the school district. So thank you very much, Tony. One other person I want to recognize is somebody I've known for a long time, and I've never had an opportunity to actually thank him formally, but the senior class advisor, Chet Millett. Thank you. It will be an honor to share the stage with you today as we pass out diplomas. And of course, I want to thank the parents, not for being here. I mean, like, where else would you be today, right? But I want to thank the parents for choosing Westport High School. You know, whether you're from a small town in Iowa or a small town on the south coast of Massachusetts, attending your hometown high school gives you a special opportunity to learn about who you are and where you came from. And that strong foundation and that strong sense of community is going to serve each and every one of these graduates extremely well as they build their lives. So thank you for that. And to our graduates, I mean, who cannot be proud of this group? This is an amazing group of young people, and I want you to know, as I signed each diploma, you know, I lingered over each diploma because, I mean, it just struck me about the potential and the talent that was kind of passing through my hands as I signed each diploma. So this class holds tremendous promise. They're a very talented group, and we know that great things are going to happen. So to the class of 2017, just a few parting words. Always be yourself. Always think things through, but don't be afraid to think differently. You know what to do. You know what to do. Now just get out there and do it. Thank you.
At this time, I'm going to be calling the salutatorian back to the podium for her role as class president. We all know that leadership at any level is a challenge, and she has managed to hold on to that role for the last 4 years. And I know she understands the role of leadership, and I have a little bit of a different take on Mr. Millett, but this would be a classic example. The night of haunted hallways, I don't know if she remembers this, I remember it very clearly. I was on the 3rd floor, just walking around, helping out, and I got a phone call. And I took the phone call because I knew I needed to. It was from my youngest son. And Haley walked by, and she could tell that it was a very passionate conversation we were having. In other words, we were arguing on the phone. And when she came back a few minutes later, she was so concerned, she said to me, "Please tell me that was not Mr. Millett you were fighting with on the telephone." Because she knows with Mr. Millett, that's a distinct possibility. But here she is. She's done an incredible job. They've been an incredible class in supporting themselves and each other's with the events and activities they have sponsored. The president of the class of 2017, Haley Charest.
Okay, I'll hold it together better just this time, so. All right. Fellow classmates, congratulations. You made it, you survived, and now you never have to wake up before 6 again if you don't want to. It's surreal to think that this is my last time speaking to all of you as a group, and most of you are internally screaming, "Hallelujah, this girl's never going to ask me to volunteer or fundraise ever again." While I have driven you all to insanity these last 4 years, and vice versa, we have a bond that can never be forgotten. We are a family. We have been there for each other through the dark and the light. As a small class in a small community, we were given the opportunity to meet everyone and be exposed to new ideas on a direct, personal level that other schools could never even fathom having. We are all connected and unified in one way or another, and that is what makes us so special. It's been a great 4 years, but our story starts way before freshman year was even a thought. For some of us, like myself, the story began in the Macomber School in 2002. At 3 years old, some of our friendships formed in preschool. For instance, Olivia, Colby, Danny, and myself all had our start in Mrs. Rigo's class. In 2004, our formal education began down the hall in the kindergarten wing. There, we learned how to read and write and do basic arithmetic. We then moved on to from the Macomber to the elementary school. Whether it was playing Wolfpack at recess, getting checks and strikes in Mrs. Doobie's class, or putting on the Jungle Book, some of our most innocent memories were housed there. When we got to middle school, we had no idea what kind of ride we were in for. Our first 3 years were filled with braces and awkward middle school dances, and our last year was when the PCB crisis began. That year, we ate lunch in the library and were sectioned off from particular parts of the building, yet we made the most of it. From the DC trip to the 8th grade dance, nothing could stop us. When we got to high school, our grade reduced to half its size. Many called those leaving a loss, but we as Wildcats simply saw it as a goodbye. Some of you who left made the best decision of your life and came back. Some of you transferred to Westport High and were welcomed to the family with open arms. The rest of us have been together for over 12 years, and it's going to be tough saying goodbye. We are a special unit, and our time together was well spent. However, none of this would have been possible without our class advisor, Mr. Millett. Millett, you hold a special place in each and every heart on this stage. From the first day each one of us met you, you made each of us feel important. Even though getting your attention is harder than getting a puppy to sit, and you make each one of us feel like we matter. Your nicknames for us are unforgettable. Emily Casado as Princess, Connor Brown as Brown Kid, Kendra Wilkinson as Wilkins' daughter, myself as Obama, and many others. Your antics will be stories we tell our own children one day, mimicking the bell so well that a hall of students leaves class. yelling cookie, cookie, cookie over the PA system over and over and over again. Your dog relieving itself on our pep rally decorations 2 years in a row. No other grades, just ours. And the leaf blower incident. Millette, you have shown us all what it means to have a kind soul, and you are a grandfather figure to us all. Thank you for everything these last few years. How could we ever forget you? Our time here at Westport High School would not have been the same without the support of teachers and staff. Whether it was letting us submit our papers at 11:59 p.m., Evan, staying after school until 6 with us to get a project done, Robbie, or just being there to talk. The teachers here at Westport have showed us all what it means to be a hard worker and what it means to be caring. Mr. King, Miss Dias, Miss Honahan, Miss Mercer, and Mr. T are just a few class favorites, and there isn't enough time to thank each and every teacher and staff member here for what they have done for us. Thank you for helping us make it across the stage in one piece and shaping us into who we are today. Westport High School class of 2017, this again is my last time speaking to you as a whole. We are all destined for greatness, ask anybody. They have been saying how amazing we are since kindergarten. Whether you're going to UMass Amherst, UNH, URI, Harvard, Delaware, Florida, BCC, or into the workforce, you will be prosperous. No matter where life takes you or how big you get, don't forget the little town of Westport. Westport is your foundation, and your family formed here will always be there for you no matter what. Thank you and congratulations.
Our final speaker today is last because technically she's first in the class. A very accomplished, talented, and bright young woman who will be joining the class of 2021 at Harvard University in September, the valedictorian, Kendra Wilkinson.
Thank you. Before I begin, I'd like to extend my gratitude to the many people who have made today possible. So thank you from all of us to Dr. Dargan, Mrs. Tutelo, the teachers and staff of Westport High, and our parents, family members, and friends, without whom we would not be on this stage today. I stand before you as the valedictorian of the class of 2017, but with me stands the best class to ever grace the halls of Westport High. We have excelled in every form of the word. We made over $350,000 in scholarship money. 7 of our sports teams made it to stage this year. Our drama program put on an outstanding performance of Beauty and the Beast. In terms of school spirit, I am proud to say we won pep rally every year, though the record books may claim otherwise. But what I am most proud of and what most defines our class is our curiosity, our individuality, and our kindness. Albert Einstein once said, "I have no special talents, I am only passionately curious." It is curiosity which sparked our conversations in AP English junior year about the meaning of life, possible forms of time travel, and whether or not pennies should continue to be coined. It is curiosity which prompted a passionate argument about the difference between a Liger and a Tygon in AP Biology. And it is these discussions, these spur-of-the-moment explorations, that I have learned from the most. So I encourage all of you to let your own curiosity, be it in the realm of literature, time travel, or hybrid crosses, guide your interests, for it is from our own leaps into unexplored realms that we will learn the most. When we entered high school, we were merely seeds, anxious about what the next few years would bring. Now, at the end of our time here, we have blossomed, struggling through assignments and jobs and responsibilities, but ultimately overcoming all of that to reach the sunlight, stretching towards our respective futures. For some, that means being an engineer, designing a better future for all. Others are writers and artists, creating work that will inspire minds and shape future thought. We are nurses, scientists, professors, teachers, politicians, members of the workforce and of the military, all standing on the stage today, poised to better the world in our own unique ways. We will go on to do great things in the future. but along the way, I hope we remember to be kind. In the words of Anthony Douglas Williams, imagine what 7 billion humans could accomplish if we all loved and respected each other. There are less than 100 of us graduating today, barely a fraction of those currently walking the face of the earth, but a single candle can light 1,000 other candles. So let your kindness, your curiosity, and your uniqueness light the way along whichever path you take, and so illuminate the way for others to follow. While we all branch into our respective futures and leave these walls behind, I would like to say thank you to all of you for a memorable 4 years. And in the words of Gravity Falls, stay curious, stay weird, stay kind, and don't let anyone ever tell you you aren't smart or brave or worthy enough. Thank you.
At this time, I will invite Mr. Andrade and Mr. Augusta to recognize the top 10 students in the class of 2017.
Students, when I call your name, can you please come up and receive your award? Connor T. Brown. Sarah J. Duart. Olivia Corey. Elijah A. Da Silva. Melina J. DeRee. Evan Gendro. Ariana Trahan. Daniel Shea. Haley Charest. And last but not least, Kendra Wilkinson. You may be seated.
We will present diplomas at this time. It will take us just about a minute to set up. I invite the chair of the school committee, the superintendent, to join me on the other side of the stage, and Mr. Andrade and Mr. Augusta will be reading the names.
Kendra Wilkinson. Haley Ann Charest. Daniel Michael Shea. Ariana Rose Trahan. Evan Gendro. Olivia Corey. Melina Doree. Elijah Da Silva. Sarah Duarte. Connor Brown. Jaylee Kaylin Pereira. Emily Elizabeth Casado. Radamero Quezada. Amber Rose Abate. Dylan Abella. Jake Aguiar. Bobby Alves. Ashley Bernier. Nicole Cabral. Madison Carey. Henry Carton. Aaliyah Cavallo. Nicholas Senazeros. Joshua Chor. Daniel Clayton. Bryce Coit. Philip Cordero. Robert Correa. Michael Davis. Connor DeMello. Jeff Diago. Nick Fay. Samantha Furlan. Brandon Ferreira. Catherine Nicole Ferreira. Cara Lindsay Figueredo. Stephen David Allen Gibson. Hollyann Gonzalez. Hannah Hackett. Curtis Haig. Zachary Hallowell. Colby James Hawes. David Hetty. Brianna Hickey.
Sophia LaJock Smith. Patrick Adam Lescarbot. Taylor Nicole Langley. Michaela Lobo. Ruby Tiara Lopez Rios. Nicholas Laurie. David Marshall. Joseph William McClure. Alexis J. McConnell. Cassandra Page Medeiros. Nicholas Medeiros Vieira. Ethan Mello. Grace Moran. Sam Mora. Angela Mulroy. Tyler Raymond Page. Mary Parker. Andrew Pereira. Alyssa Rose Pimentel. Kobe Parowski. Nicholas Rod. Jocelyn Rigo. Alicia Ratano. Robert Raitano Jr. Aiden Resendiz. Austin Wayne Rose. Gabriela Santos. Ian Christopher Sigmund. Jacob Thomas Silva. Jacob Sylvia. No. Justin Simos. Emily Simonin. Callie Small. Jenna Souza. Colin Stawicki. Amanda Toomey. Michaela Vasconcelos. Kyle Veloso. Devin Vitorino. Patrick Jurgen.